Hello, good sir.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm all right.
I was pulling up our notes. I was getting ready to kick off this conversation, and then I just remembered there's a big old beautiful elephant in the room, right in front of your face.
Oh,
how you feeling about that new? How you feeling about that new little purchase I'm seeing right there, dude?
Honestly, I'm like going through like such a weird like. I mean, you can't see it, but like I used to have two monitors. It's actually right beside me. I'm like in this mode of like downsizing, and also
Always.
just like almost like a trade up scenario of like my desk is smaller. I only have one monitor now, and I'm just going a route of just like going quality. This mic arm is the next to go. I'm just like selling. I've been selling so much stuff like all week. Camera gear, house stuff, and like the mic that I was using previously to this. And I just want everything to like work seamlessly. That's like the new goal. Are you drinking tea right now?
What do you think I'm doing? Of course I'm drinking tea right
amazing.
now. Dude, I have a script in my thing right here called No Caffeine. And I broke when did I start this? I think I was at least a week deep, no caffeine. And I broke it today, and I was just like, honestly, this might be a good thing to keep doing. Whereas like I tried intermittent fasting, that didn't last. That didn't feel like that was a thing I could do. The no caffeine thing, I feel like my anxiety levels have been much lower.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that a lot recently, actually.
It's hard, but also it's not because you like tea though. You like tea.
Love tea, but I also drink coffee like every morning.
Yeah.
So.
But I mean, that's the thing is like now that I like am obsessed with peppermint and ginger tea, and like I think that they're delicious and stuff. It's just like, dude, I just sip on this all day and feel
caffeine.
Great.
Yeah.
No caffeine.
True. So
I do wake up sleepy, but who doesn't?
That's a fair point. Okay, what do we got in our notes this week?
The thing that we had, and I don't know how much there is to talk about this because I feel like we're kind of doing it, but the thing that we kind of chatted about it in text the other day, and it was like, beyond the podcast, is there an opportunity for you and I to collaborate more creatively? And what inspired this was like, well, I'm on a huge speed kick right now. I can't get enough of speed.
Oh, dude, speed is so good.
He's got the Spencer Jake energy, like big time. And he's always filming with his buddies. I'm still learning the lore on all the different characters and like how much they're a part of the business.
They don't really. I feel like they all are really heavily a part of the business, but like you don't see them that much. So following up on the lore is actually like really hard. Yeah, like I think it was the then and now backpacking gear video. Like that guy I've seen show up a couple times, and it's like, okay, I think he's like an established team member, but he's not in a lot of the videos. Right.
He's just in some of them. But yeah, I was like thinking about that, and then we were talking about Hank and John Green and how they have their little remote collab kind of format. And I was just like, dude, like, I mean, again, the pod, like I'm aiming even higher, and we don't even do the pod consistently enough right now. But like, I just feel like I watch them, and it's the same thing when I sent you that Pete video like earlier this week too. I was like, when I watch people collaborate creatively, I just like get so much out of that. It just is so fun to consume, and I would imagine just with how much fun we have doing this, that it would be incredible to also create that way.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really have anything to say to that other than like 100%.
What could we do though? What could we do? That's what I'm saying is like, and this is like, you know, everyone gets to watch us brainstorm, but like dumb ideas only. Like, I mean, we could do the Hank and John type format, but like, what else could we do that might actually work? I don't know.
I mean, like riffing off the like John the Greens.
The Greens, the Greenies.
If you were to do like a collab video of like just Resolve tutorials, that's like not really less of a tutorial and like 2 ways to do things, because there's like a million ways to do things when you're video editing, and it's like we're just like sending each other screen recordings of like, this is how I do this, and then you're like, this is how I do it. And like that's the video.
That would actually be that's a great idea. No, I love that. Even like, oh hey, here's how I organize my folders or something. Like
yeah.
Oh, I hate that.
Actually have a video.
Or, actually that's a great idea. I can't believe I didn't do that.
I have a video coming out shortly, which is going to be like so nerdy.
Yes.
That I have yet to write, but it's there. Of just like, I've organized all my files and stuff forever the exact same way.
Yeah.
After like I worked in like a bunch of agencies, and I was like, I like this, I like this, I like this, I like this. And then like when I started working for like Diavella, I was like, I think this is what we're gonna do. And we like slowly evolved from his workflow into like my folder structure. And then when I got to Maddie, he didn't really like that same thing happened, and I'm just like, I'm like slowly taking over everyone's like folder structure.
Dude, you need to make it then. If you like keep convincing people that it's effective, that's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, but
I would love that.
It's one of those things, like I was just saying, it's like there's so many people that have efficient workflow systems that work for them, and there's no like wrong way to do it. As long as you're organized, no wrong way. That's my opinion.
Yeah, for sure. But again, if people see it and like it, then that's valuable.
Yeah.
Because just because I like what I'm doing doesn't always mean that what you're doing couldn't also be more enjoyable.
Yo, a complete side note, actually, just because there's like a bunch of hard drives on my desk. Have you seen the prices of SSDs right now?
No. Why? Is it bananas?
Dude, it's freaking bananas. My buddy Nolan was shooting a project over the weekend, and like he was trying to buy a drive for the thing. He's like, why are they so expensive? AI has taken the chips that SSDs need, and he was like, this is the first thing that is like really, we've finally gotten to a place where data is less expensive. Like it's been expensive our entire lives, like SSDs, and they're finally like, oh, okay, this is like normal, affordable, I can do this. And then all of a sudden they're like, just kidding, you want 2 terabytes, $500.
Yeah, psych. No, it was affordable, and then the AI boom happened. Well, dude, it's that way for DRAM. Like DRAM prices right now are insane. If you got to build a gaming PC, that's actually like, that used to be the laughing stock of this, you know, like gosh, I just totally lost my train of thought right there.
Dude,
you just saw me in real time, just like buffer out. But like DRAM used to be the cheap part of a PC build, and now it's like, nope, you got to factor in a decent chunk for that too now. It's crazy.
Ruining it. $475, bro. $475 for a 2 terabyte SSD. That's not okay.
That's not okay. That is not okay. The reason I don't know that is because I've been shooting like such small file sizes that I actually haven't had to buy a hard drive in a while.
Oh my gosh, I delete everything.
And I've been thinking about doing that. I'm trying to decide like what my future state is, because I keep all of this stuff, and it's like, why? Like the stuff that I should keep doing that, like family stuff, but my YouTube videos, like who cares?
My opinion, because every once in a while I'll tell like other creatives this, and then you're like, what, you delete everything? And I'm like, yeah, you know the things inside when you're like going to press delete and you're like, oh, I really like that video though, then don't delete it.
Yeah,
but everything else,
then don't
if
delete
that doesn't come up, put that in the trash.
Yeah, send it to the barn, back in the barn, for sure. Well, but where I was going with that is like, and again, I don't know that this doesn't help with the price conversation, I'm sure, because I can't remember what I locked in, but I just like upped my Google Drive storage space, because I've basically switched to, I edit off of my laptop, so I don't put any footage on a hard drive. It's all on the internal storage, and I mirror that folder into Google Drive. And then when it fills up, I save off that folder in Google Drive so that it keeps it. And then I delete everything on my internal and then just repeat that process basically. So I like fill it up, clean it out, fill it up, clean it out. But then like, it's just made the whole workflow so much simpler because I'm always editing from the exact same place. I don't have to plug in my hard drive and my camera. Yeah. Or if I'm using my phone, I don't have to plug in anything. And then Google Drive just automatically makes sure that it's also in the cloud in the event that, like, I don't know, my PC dies or something, which,
yeah,
again. Anyway, so.
Yeah. Are you still, like, off socials and stuff like that? Like, it's been I don't know, a month since we last chatted about specifically that stuff.
Yeah, it has been. Yes, I still am. I mean, I occasionally still use my laptop, and I'll use the TV to watch YouTube. So it's basically the exact same as it was last time we talked. Amazing. I haven't put anything back on my phone at all.
Yeah. Yeah. I lost my TV remote in the move.
Oh no. Oh no.
So I can't turn on the TV.
Dude, so that sucks.
I haven't been watching like YouTube TV. Because I love watching like a quick like 20-minute video or something. Quick.
Oh, dude, hitting a speed video right now.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Best ever.
But I think I'm gonna get back on Instagram. I think I'm gonna reactivate it. That's where I'm at. I'm gonna reactivate my Instagram, not to download it on my phone. I'm not sure when, and I was talking to somebody and they're like, well, why? And I was like, good point, actually.
Why?
I was like, I don't have a reason, actually. Like, there's a bit of FOMO, I think.
Yeah.
But also, like, there's a bit of I don't care as well. So I'm like, maybe I still just wait until I have something to post. But it's just so easy not to post.
It's so easy not to post.
Because it doesn't matter.
That's the thing, is I'm posting a lot on there right now, so I've got it. But if I wasn't, I don't know, I might dip on that. One thing that I hate about the web version though on computer is you can't post stories. Yeah. And I kind of was having fun like posting like just random pictures and that kind of stuff, and I was like, why? I feel like I should be able to do that on the desktop version.
I know. I wonder if there's like a way to go into like developer mode on Chrome and it change it to a phone or something.
Probably. I bet you could. Actually, yeah. I bet you could do that. But again, that's so much work because it's like like the Patrick Tomaso side of my brain is like, dude, just like you take a bunch of like pictures that are not postable and you should just post them. But I guess I could post them in like a carousel or whatever, and that would be totally fine too.
People love it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Maybe I'll try that. Because again, I'm a solo guy, like we were talking about at the beginning of this. I don't have a lot of creative friends that I work with. So like if I'm practicing my portraits or whatever, it's all just me, myself, and I.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's like, it'd be fun to post that stuff, but like it's not polished, but
I think that's okay. I think like this year definitely is going to be almost exactly that. Like I think I need to get better at like having things not polished. And just being like, run along, buddy, go out into the world, and it's okay that you're not polished, you know?
Yeah. Oh, completely. I think that's perfect. Well, and that was the next topic I had written in here, which is interesting because I think it's still in line with what you're saying, but it's a little bit different, which is I wrote down 2026 is the year of trying. Like, I feel like this is the year.
Yeah.
And again, I don't know that I'm off to a great start because it's already March.
Why do you say that?
Well, I feel like when I said it was the year of trying, my thought process was consistent long form, which I guess once I finish this current project, maybe that is when it really does begin. But my thought process was just, hey, I think it's the continuation of that conversation we had, I think, last episode of, I think I understand the YouTube format for the first time in an objective way and not in a creative way. And I don't hate that format. In fact, I quite like that format. What if in 2026 I actually tried to nail that format and stick to that format instead of trying to be artistic and all over the place, but really create kind of a consistent YouTube energy. I don't know if that's the right word.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like again, speed is inspiring the hell out of me right now because I feel like that's exactly what YouTube is. And I feel like we could do that. You and I could do that, whether it's editing or whatever. We understand what it would take to do it, and we could. And I feel like this year it's like, okay, I get it. I feel like I should try. And then part of that conversation too was, if it doesn't work out, then maybe that's my message from the world to go, okay, you feel like you've understood it, you've given it a push, didn't work out,
totally.
Maybe go try a different format now. Go do something else.
Yeah.
So how does that relate to being like more authentic and less polished with what you were talking about? Because it feels different, but I think it's not.
Yes, it definitely is not. I think it's a hard string to pull. But like one of the things that during the Colin and Samir interview with Speed, they made a good.
I still need to watch that.
They made a good point. That's what kind of like pushed me over the edge. Like I watched Speed a bunch of times before that interview, but like after seeing them and hearing them, I was just like, oh man, this channel makes so much more sense now. And one of the things that they said was like, he's like, we think of our like, because you know Colin and Samir, they're like, pick your niche and then everything is like off of that, and they're just like, yeah, we're like a magazine, like we're like a curated magazine, like you're picking up a men's magazine. And that to me, I was just like, oh my gosh, like that makes so much sense, because now you can do cars, now you can do the way you dress, the way you design a room, like camping, like all of for sure. I would flip through
all of it.
Like a men's magazine, you would find all that. But that also means making it less, because it's so broad. They don't all have to be super polished, because like every page in a magazine isn't going to be like an editorial. You know what I mean? Like
totally.
It's going to be like letters from whatever, or like a quick trip over here. And then like, yeah, sure, you'll have like a dedicated editorial piece of like the month's feature, and then you flip past that and it's just like a montage of something. So
yeah,
I'm trying to think more.
That's perfect, dude.
Yeah, the more I think about that, I'm like, oh, I guess like YouTube, if you look at it in that light and aren't just like trying to niche down, which I suffer from. Like I don't like being put in a box, even though it's really easy to be like DaVinci Resolve tutorials done, but I'm like, I would rather be like an editor's magazine, and like, so you edit, but also you have a life outside of that, obviously. Yeah. You know, and I don't know what that looks like.
Well, I think it looks like a lot of everything we talk about and everything that you do. And again, I think that's, gosh, dude, I'm like, again, I'm thinking about like you and I collaborating because we're into a lot of the same stuff. Like it could be, hey, this is the way I do file structure, but then it could be, hey, this is how I'm structuring my workouts this week to take care of myself when all I do is sit at a fucking desk all day. Like that would be in the editing magazine.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Hey, this is the tea I'm really, messing with this week because it doesn't have caffeine, keeps my anxiety low, and I can drink it all day long and I don't have any side effects, but it gives me a warm beverage while I'm sitting there for 8 hours on a Maddie video.
Yeah, exactly. Like there's so many things that are like on our desktop that like everybody's kind of different. Like I filmed an entire video about like a walking treadmill, and then I just deleted it because I was just like, nah, it doesn't really make sense, because it was a fail. That whole video ended with me being like, I hate this.
Like, yeah, exactly. But you should have posted. The why was not I mean, I was curious, but also like you should have done that. You absolutely should have done that.
I might revisit it. I don't, it's probably on a drive somewhere, but like I filmed the entire video, and then as I was filming the ending, I was like, this was so anticlimactic. Like, like I went through all of this thing to be like, I don't really like this, and I wouldn't suggest it. Bye.
Yeah. Dude, that's perfect. But I feel like and again, I feel like we could potentially, even if we're both sort of heading in that direction, even if it's not a direct collaboration, we could absolutely like show up as characters in these topics. Like if I was like, dude, I'm making a video all about lenses. It's like, hey Spence, I don't know, you use E-mount. What's your favorite lenses? Shoot some people some shots. And it's like, you get this kind of magazine collaborative experience where we've got two writers that have their own independent publish, but also love showing up as guests in the other one.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, one of my favorite videos that I saw maybe a month ago or so, like, I don't know if you know Nurniaz. I don't know if that's how you say his name actually, but he does like templates, director templates and stuff. But he did a video basically of like, I think there was like 10 people in the video, and like kind of all talking about similar topics. And it was just like how they all dealt with like similar things or advice. And it was like the top 10 things that he's like learned that year or something like that. That definitely doesn't do the video justice, because that's not exactly what it was about. But I just like that it was like he was the common denominator, and then he was just basically like chatting with a bunch of different creators about certain things, and it all like led into one video. So it's like constantly spicing it up. And maybe this is a weird thread that I don't really want to get into, but having that sort of aspect in videos probably is going to be the way that we like beat quote unquote AI. You know, to like have that authentic flair is basically just like, well, invite other people on the channel. Like, collaborating
bring other humans. Yep.
Yeah.
No, completely, dude. Yeah, I think, gosh. As soon as we hit that button, like both of us are just like, I want to say so much. But no, I completely agree, because I think, that is how we win, inevitably. And winning is, and maybe it's not even winning and losing. It's just how we stay relevant. That is, there's no world where it can do that. And just because it goes and does a bunch of other things, cool, whatever, fine. Maybe I'm becoming more and more okay with that as the days progress. But like, it legitimately can't do that. And I would imagine, unless I'm just an idiot, that market never disappears. Because you're one, and I'm one, and I like seeing other ones.
Yeah, exactly. I think, like, it's just so weird. There's so many stats that are floating around that's like, long form is the only way to prove that you're real, and this and that. Like, I don't know. There's just...
I don't know if that's true.
Yeah, it's just like, that's where the numbers are filtering.
Yeah.
Have you seen, this is such a stretch, have you seen, do you know who Lil Dicky is? Dave Benny Blanco and his wife put out a Not podcast, and it is so much fun.
Wait, Lil Dicky is in like the, what's his song? He does a song, right?
Yeah, he's like a rapper. He had a show. But basically
what's the famous one though?
I honestly couldn't tell you. I feel like there's a bunch of them, but
I'm sure he's done a bunch, but anyway, keep going.
They got like a team basically in there, and they put cameras everywhere in their house, and it's basically a podcast of them like hanging out, and I'm like, this is so much fun.
Really?
Like,
my god!
I feel like I've wanted to do something like that, and I can't be the first one that's like thought that would be cool. Like, for a while I was like, I want to learn how to, or like figure out how it's possible to do like an IRL, like there's just something so satisfying about like biking and podcasting, or like walking and podcast. Like, there's two things that can happen. So seeing them like hang out and move around in spaces, and like pick up a basketball in the middle of like a thought, or just the way you would, like the way you're hanging out with your wife or something like that.
Yeah.
Versus like when people are on podcasts, they're at like a desk in the dark on like Huberman Lab, you know?
Yeah, this exact thing. It's all produced.
Yeah.
Dang, I'll have to go check that out, dude. That sounds super interesting.
Yeah, if you're doing like some menial work tasks, anybody listening, I would highly suggest to give it a watch, because it's just fun banter.
Yeah. Dang, that's so cool.
How's creating feel for you right now? I know you're at like 60 something, 60 what?
Let's see. What did we just finish? I
66?
did one
67?
66, and 67 is filmed, so I need to get it done. It's good. I feel like life is crazy right now, so I feel like even though I'm on 67, which feels like close, it also feels extremely far. No.
I just blew your brain up.
And hit the red button. I'm out of here.
Yeah, sorry. For the people, real quick, if you don't know, Jake's on this like 100 video journey of switching back and forth editing programs, which is really fun. And there's going to be a long form video at the end. That's kind of like the pot of gold at the end of the journey.
Yeah.
But
tracking all the metrics and stats.
Yes, most important.
Yeah.
So yeah, you said life is busy right now.
Yeah, just work's busy, things are busy. Yeah. Trying to squeak it in here and there. I think that's the thing. Is like I'm consistently probably able to do on average like 2-ish, 1-ish a week. And when I think about how many are left, it's like that's still putting me into like middle of summer, and I'm like, damn, I want it to be over faster than that. Yeah, so I'm trying to pump up those numbers. And again, I think like editing with the phone or using the phone to film has helped, but also like nice. I'm suddenly like really, and I think this will carry into long form when we're done, but like I grab this microphone, I grab this camera, I set it up, and then I just like talk about whatever I was going to do for that video, and I don't make it crazy. Like,
yeah,
just bang something simple out.
Dude, you're going to be so
we're
efficient.
Just trying to gather data. I know. But that's the thing. I mean, again, if we're like thinking about the magazine Speed Life, it's like all of my ideas get written down, and then as long as I can just sit and articulate it well, like all of the graphics and B-roll and all of that stuff, that can all come later. Like, I feel like this is just like a little mini trial run of what I hope the future process looks like for like a 10-minute video.
Very fair. I've been having the hardest time capturing ideas and writing and doing anything, like in terms of...
Really? Why is that?
I don't know, man. I love writing.
Just because of like block, or because of like the medium?
I think block. Like I have ideas in terms of like, I like writing like little essays and like journaling. Like there's like 3 different boxes, I would say. Like there's journaling, creative ideas, and then just like life little essay type of like fun things. And I can't get any of them going.
None of them.
None of them. I'm like a sentence.
You're blocked up.
Yeah, I'm like I can write a sentence and that's it. And I don't know what's the like.
Yeah.
How do you, when you're writing an idea down in a note? I'm assuming it's a 1-sentence thing.
Yeah.
So how does that turn into more than just like a sentence for you? So my flow right now is, if I think of an idea, I write it down in the Reminders app. So 1 sentence, something short. Okay, that's...
Yeah. My Reminders app is my catch-all for everything.
So, and do you set an alert or something?
No, I just put them in there, and then... Because again, those can be on my phone when I'm just like out and about, and it's like, oh, I had an idea, throw it in there. And again, there is no filter, no bad idea. Like literally dumbest shit can land in the Reminders app, and then the list just gets big. And then again, I try to carve out I haven't been super good at it lately, but I love to carve out time in the mornings to pull up notes. So like an actual text editor.
To do with no caffeine.
Yeah. Exactly. That was an idea.
Yes.
And then I look through those ideas and I go, okay, did any of these resonate with me? Do any of these feel like I can go more than a sentence?
Right.
And then I create a note on those ideas.
Right. Okay. So the reminders is just like, it's like a task to be like, it needs to make it out of this app onto the Notes app. So it doesn't directly land in Notes. Yeah. Yeah.
I delete a whole bunch of them.
Not guaranteed.
Yeah. A lot of them get purged.
I like that.
And there's like probably been some duplicates over the years.
Yeah. For sure. Ideas will consistently come back to you until it's time to make them, or they'll go to somebody else.
Yeah.
If you're not willing to make it.
Well, remember how I sent you that screenshot the other day of my reminders app? Like that's exactly like, for example.
Oh yeah, there was like literally everything in it.
I fucking hate hard drives. Like that's still sitting in there. I can see it right now. But like, I don't know if that's like, it's kind of one of those things where like, I'll kind of look at it several times and go, okay, maybe there's something there. But then eventually if I'm like, no, I'm tired of seeing it, then I just nuke it out of there. Cause I'm like, that's not something.
Right.
Which honestly, I probably should make a video about that because I feel like using the cloud, how I'm using it is kind of a nice thing. But I mean, Final Cut Pro is designed for trackpad editing. That's been sitting in there for forever, and I should make that video and haven't.
I think I
written
peeped
about
that.
it.
Yeah, it's so interesting seeing other people's ideas. I think I saw that one.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like, what?
So I mean, like, and I think I have. What do I have in there? I have 33 in there right now, and I don't care. Like that could be 100, but generally, I feel like that's where it sits because stuff gets too old, or I don't like it anymore, or I execute on it. So
the thing that blows my mind sometimes. When I'm like hard on myself, because I mean to the point you mentioned earlier, as like I wanted to do a long form video a month. It's March.
It's March.
What have I posted? 0. I'm at 0 out of 3 right now. Well, I'm gonna end the month with at least 1. So
okay.
So at least I've missed 2 months here, but. Sometimes I'm like, oh man, it's just so overwhelming to come up with ideas. Meanwhile, I'm editing 2 videos a week with Maddie, but I'm like, it's so hard to come up with ideas every single week. And I'm just like, okay, realistically, if you put out a video a week, that's only 52 ideas.
Yeah, it's not that many ideas.
It's really not
that
many.
Isn't.
Like considering how much you just said that is in your reminders app of like 30 plus things.
Yep.
It's half a year. It's half a year of like.
Yeah. It's half a year
of ideas. And so I'm like, if you just spent like 1 week every month brainstorming, this is the thing that pisses me off of like, there's a crucial part in this creating process that like creating actually it's not ground zero. And I still, as much as we talk about it and harp on it, we've probably done 30 million episodes on like process in general, and it's like it doesn't start with a camera.
No, it does not.
It starts in the reminders app.
I mean, almost never does it start with the camera.
Yeah.
You know what though? Well, I totally agree with you, and I'm just going off on a tangent here because it's kind of a fun story, and I need to execute on it. It's in my list, but I did start a video idea from a picture on my phone.
That's cool.
But same idea. I saw something, captured it, and then I was like, okay, slam that in a place to remember because we'll talk about that or whatever. But you're right. I mean, for me, 99.999% of anything that gets recorded started in the reminders app.
Yeah. I'm curious what other people use. Like if you're listening to this, like what do you use to like start your creative process? Like are you kind of like Jake? Are you like reminders app? I feel like that's niche, but like I feel like a lot of people are notes.
It is. I think so.
Like big notes app person. I'm a Notion person, which as the years go on, I feel a bit more. It's like funny that it's like basically the same app, but I'm like, there's a little bit more resistance with Notion because it's like, you want a bunch of organization, and the Notes app is just like, you want a bullet list or no?
Yeah. Yeah. You want one heading or text? What do you want? Yeah. Totally. Dude, that's the thing is I've tried like lots of things, and just the simplicity of the Notes app is like hard to beat. It's hard to beat. And it has just enough organization to be very useful, but it's also very, very low feature. But
yeah.
So what are you writing in? Do you feel like, again, you're saying you can't get a sentence going in any of the three areas? Are any of those like physically written, or is it all typing? And
a lot of times it'll start in like, I use Notion primarily as my like Notes app. So, and I use it the same kind of, and I just have like different areas of just like, I'll write down like a silly little sentence of just like, talking about like my past self or something. And I was like, that's neat. And then like leave that. And I'm like, maybe it doesn't need to be more than that. Or like, maybe I want to write, I do want to write more than that about it. And then I have video ideas in there as well that sometimes I'll put and turn it into like an actual page. Like that's kind of how that happens. Like in Notion, you can just like highlight and be like, make this title a page, and then you have that expands into a page, and you can be like, okay, now I can really look at like titles for motion graphic people and go from there.
Yeah.
But
yeah, and I think that's perfect.
Yeah, I just need to get better. I think it's just like more routine, and I can't be too hard on myself. I mean, I've like for the last month I've been like packing up all my shit and moving. So
yeah, you've been in the middle of some stuff. That's the biggest takeaway is you still gotta be nice to yourself, because I don't know, like
it's hard.
I feel like I'm saying that a lot to myself lately, is like, be nice to yourself, because at the end of the day, putting pressure on this stuff does not help it happen better at all. It makes it worse. And again, there is no pressure on any of this. Like, not to be like demeaning to our success, but we have no real footprint and no real dependencies attached to our creativity right now, outside, like I'm not your job stuff. I'm saying like our channels.
Yeah.
And why bring any of that energy in? We shouldn't, because that's only going to keep hurting it, and there's no reason to.
Yeah, like it is funny being in like a transitional, and I say transitional so lightly, honestly, but like, yeah, like having a hobby should be fun, but there's the part of my brain where I'm just like, but do it faster and you'll be more successful. Like success and speed and consistency, and like you can maybe make a little bit of money, but it's like, yeah, that doesn't. I want to make a video because I get jazzed on something, like when we made that motion tween video, it was genuinely fun. Like I was having genuine fun for like months, like making the plugin, testing it out, like sending it to you. Like it was just two kids in a sandbox.
Yeah, we were just living our best life. No, I look back at that video as like the pinnacle of how much fun creativity can be, for sure.
Yeah, make creativity like playing in the sandbox.
Yeah. Which again, I think that's what Speed's doing. I think that's what you want to do with this magazine type energy. I mean, I think I want to do that too. Like, I want to make it so that it's not just, oh, Jake is the Final Cut Pro DaVinci guy. It's like, no. Like, yeah, Jake's the Jake guy. I don't know. Like,
Jake is a guy named Jake.
Jake's a guy named Jake, and he loves Final Cut, and he actually, and he is, and loves like loves being super nerdy on program software editing efficiency, but also like is really into trying to like take care of his body more too. You know, like, I don't know, like there's a lot of layers, and I think that the niche thing just feels so limiting right now, and I want to try to break out of that this year, because I also think there's just more material there. I can't talk about just DaVinci Resolve. It makes me go crazy.
Yeah, it's almost like being a little kid where it's like, oh, this is what you like? This is what you can only do. And you're like, okay, well, I don't like it anymore then.
Yeah. Oh, wait, I hate Spider-Man now. Thanks for ruining it for me.
Yeah. Like, oh, you like Spider-Man? Do you want to be it? Let's put your whole birthday as Spider-Man for the next 17 years.
Yeah. No. Yeah, and I think that, dude, that's actually, that would be a great metaphor, is like, I don't know I feel like you could come up with some good verbiage there, but like that childhood energy of hitting a topic that you are super into, and then just fully knowing that like there will be an end date. There will be a time where I'm like, yeah, this sucks. I don't like this anymore. Yeah. But it was cool for 3 months. 3D printing was dope, but now I'm over it.
Yeah, facts.
Or, oh, taking portraits of people was dope, but I'm over it. I don't want to do that anymore. Yeah. Or some, just like anything like that. I think, I don't know what we would call that, but yeah, like bring the kid energy back to hobbies.
Yeah, and it's always going to end with touching grass.
Always touch grass. Thank you guys for being with us. Go touch grass, and we'll see you next time when we see you.
Yeah, we'll see you when we see you.
We'll see you when we see you.